As MBYC members, we have been fortunate to enjoy some of the best real estate on Lake Macatawa. The timing has never been better than now to build that next generation clubhouse that's fitting for its unique location. Our club has a rich legacy and tradition built by the many generations before us. This new clubhouse, along with the club's strong membership base, will ensure that legacy continues for generations to come.
Hi, welcome to Macatawa Bay Yacht Club. My name is Jeff Elhart. I'm your rear commodore this year. And
I'm Alan Wilson. We've been members for 7 years, and I'm the marketing and membership chair this year.
great. Thank you for being with us today as we're putting together this very short video to share with you more details about the Our Club MBYC Clubhouse project. And Alan, I'm sure you have some questions.
Sure, there's a lot of key questions, I think. The first one I have for you, Jeff, is why do we need to build a new building versus remodeling this club that we all know so well and have enjoyed for so many years?
Yeah, it's a great question. And first of all, we needed to do something to assess the condition of the existing clubhouse. And we did that through an independent commercial building inspector. And the studies show that there's $100,000 in needed repairs that need to be done today and in the near term. Things like the roof. The roof needs to be replaced. It's leaking into the attic. We have 2 air conditioning units that are going bad. They're closing in on 30 years old. We have a makeup unit in the exchange unit in the kitchen that is not working, hasn't worked for years. So those things all brought us to the point where we are today and looking at what our other options are. And looking at the other options, we find ourselves in a very restricted and complicated floodplain issue, and that just changed as of December 2011.
So that's what's new now that is causing this change?
Yeah, I would say that it new with respect to what our options are. It's limited our options because of the complications of FEMA and the DEQ. We have found that our building site is located under the 100-year floodplain, which means that it limits the club from only investing up to 50% of the market value of the building itself over a 10-year period of time. So,
Okay.
for instance, if this clubhouse was valued at $200,000, we could only put $100,000 into it. Well, matter of fact, we had it appraised by a local certified appraiser, and the value came in at $53,700.
Wow.
Which means that we can only put in $26,000 to $27,000 of improvements, and the roof alone far exceeds that. So, that, consequently, there's really no other choice other than to do nothing or to do something with the clubhouse. So, the floodplain issue requires us to raise the floor of the building and above our current elevation, which makes the reuse of existing foundation really not possible.
Okay, I understand that. So we really have to do something now. We're blocked in by the regulations of FEMA.
Yeah.
And there's essentially no choice, I guess.
No, it really comes down to that, plain and simple.
Got it. Thank you.
Thanks, Alan.
So who's
Oh,
going to lead?
okay. All right. So I think the club knows who we are. Roger Gamache, former past Commodore. Les Brand, Tracy Brand, former past Commodore. And we're very excited today to talk about the new project that our leadership team has in queue. If you haven't been at a recent meeting talking about all the virtues of the new club, we'd like to give you and share some of our ideas about it today. Roger?
Thank you. A little bit of background. I represent a family that's now a 3-generation member of the club. And in thinking about the proposal for the new clubhouse, I realized that we've been the beneficiary of contributions and work that goes back multiple generations. I view the proposal for the new clubhouse basically as a capital call for our generation to contribute to the capital base of the club, renew the club in a way that makes it possible to be there for my kids and my grandkids. It's never a good time but it's the right time to address this need at our club.
And one of my core missions is, when I was Commodore, was to really enhance the experience of this is one of the most marvelous sailing venues in Roger and I have sailed all over the world that exists today, right here in Harlan, Michigan. We can, if this foundation is just giving us the starting platform for sailing venues of the future, also giving us the utility to have a year-round place where friends and sailors and the like can gather. So I just think it's a marvelous time to resurrect the old clubhouse.
Ann and I are in, and we hope you join us.
And the brands are in, and we hope you join us too.
There we go.
Thank you.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, Jeff, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
to see you.
Good.
Hey, you hear anything about this new clubhouse project?
Oh, lots of conversation, lots of comments,
Yeah.
but, you know, kind of just big question is, what's in it for me, is the question people seem to be asking.
Well, that's a great question, and I'm sure a lot of people are asking that same question. You know, what's in it for you is that we've turned a problem, which is this clubhouse condition, into just a wonderful opportunity. The proposed facility takes our existing facility from about 5,700 to 9,500 square feet through the use of a exciting and real usable second floor. And there'll be multiple locations for families and friends to congregate with drinks and food. And can you imagine yourself around a warming fire pit, soft lounging furniture, place to watch your kids play on the grass. We're not taking up any more grass space than we have today. So the committee was really careful in providing desirable and plenty of social space for racers, cruisers, kids, poolies, we'll call them, campers, from young to mature empty nesters, kind of like you and I, right? Maybe.
Sure.
Even the ladies. Guess what the ladies get?
Oh, I could hardly wait to hear this.
7 toilets.
Oh my goodness.
And 2 makeup areas and a
Wow.
lounge.
Wow,
So,
lounge.
yeah.
Wow.
So they're gonna love it. So, can you imagine arriving at the yacht club and actually know what door you're gonna walk into?
Oh, I like playing guess the door. We're not doing that anymore.
No, this
All
this
right.
isn't door number 1, door
Oh,
number 2,
this
number
is
3.
wonderful.
Yeah. So imagine you go from the parking lot, you open the door, and you walk into this very welcoming foyer, and when the moment you walk into the door, you see Lake Macatawa. So, and you see all the things that is provided through the new club. Welcoming stairway going up to the second floor, a 2-way elevator that you can use. I know you're not crippled yet, but
Well,
yeah,
thank you for
we'll-
noticing.
Yeah, we'll get there. But for our people that need help to get up to the second floor, we'll have an elevator. We are certainly not today handicap friendly.
No, we're not.
And and also it'll be a great opportunity for the kitchen to serve food and drink up to the second floor. So
That would be great.
It's going to be wonderful. Commodore room upstairs, upper crow's nest bar, and now could you imagine an upper deck upstairs where you could actually sit up there and eat and drink and have a great time?
The views would be
Oh,
incredible.
incredible. Right down the chute, down through the channel to see Big Red.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how great and fun it's going to be. Then, you know how kids come in the bar today and they sit at the bar right here?
Yes.
And they order milkshakes or
Yeah.
Coke.
Not always popular.
No, not always popular. Well, we've got that fixed.
Okay.
Because we'll have an outside service bar, not bar, but outside service center on the east side where kids or adults can come up and order food or drink. Box lunches to go out in your boat for an afternoon sail. Last minute beer run on the way out. So just a lot of neat things we'll have. Also for the boaters, for the overnight campers, we'll have double the space that we have covered, the tent provided for the last few years, with a covered space, 2 grill areas, a fire pit for gathering, picnic areas, as well as.
People are gonna like that.
Yeah, and we'll have a point of refuge, place of refuge for the people to come inside in inclement weather. You want to warm up, a little coffee and TV, watch the morning news or afternoon sports games. So just a lot of things that I think the club members are going to enjoy.
Very exciting. Well, I'm sure as people hear more and more of this information, people are all gonna be on board.
Well, we
Looking forward
appreciate
to
it.
it.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Bob. Good to
Thank
see you again.
Good to talk to you. Bye
Thanks.
now.
Hi, we're Janet.
And Steve McGinnis. We've been in the club since 1986.
Yep.
Through a bazillion different Commodores, almost, I think.
Yep.
But this is, I think, at least the second opportunity to look at clubhouse development that we've been in since we've been members. But I have to admit, I was impressed with the job that the officers did with presenting this plan. I think it's both timely, it's solid, well thought out.
Well, I like that it's very flexible. It allows us to continue to have some really good member things going on. We can still do a little catering and parties. I'm really excited about the timeliness of it because, you know, we're coming out of a recession, interest is low, we have a financial plan that's manageable, and we don't have a lot of debt in the club right now, and that puts a lot of things together at a critical point. I'm almost afraid if we don't do it now, it'll get more costly as time goes on.
I agree. And in fact, I really like the flexibility that the design has, the fact that we could have catering going on while we have club activities going on at the same time.
It's very energy conscious too, which we're looking at more these days because it's very important.
Especially with the price of both electricity and gas going up and holy smokes.
Well, we've both served on the board of directors. We've been here when we had crisis management things that we had to fix right now, gobbling up money. You know, we know this building is finite. So everything coming together, this is just about the best time manageable. And I think it's going to be functional and beautiful, and everybody should come out and support this.
And even better, it's not a gilded lily.
No.
I don't think there's too much in this clubhouse and the design that really is overboard.
We've done a fine job.
Jeff, I've got another question for you. And when I look at the plans, I'm really excited about them. I'm a grandfather of 8, I'm a racer, or race crew is a total of 7, including me. I like the idea of all of these additional places downstairs and upstairs to collect with my family, with my race crew, with my friends. We don't have too much of that today, particularly for the younger children. But it looks very nice. What is this going to cost me? What will I have to pay?
Well, that's the elephant in the room, isn't it?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, it's a good question and one that we have to address. First of all, the project has a cost estimate of $2.2 million. Okay, big number, pretty scary. But as a member, the plan is to have an assessment of only equal to 1 year's annual dues. Okay, so you pay, how much do you pay annual dues?
$900.
Okay, $900 is what your assessment, your cost towards a $2.2 million project. That sounds like a pretty good deal,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Okay.
Doesn't sound too bad.
So for an intermediate member that's a younger member, they're half of that. They're $450, and the junior members are $225. Now, everybody will have an opportunity to pay that 1 year assessment over a period of the end of this year, half of it at the end of this year, and half of it in the spring.
$450 this year for me and
Yeah,
$450
$450 in the
next
spring.
year.
Yeah. So that's 10%. That covers 10% of the cost. The other 90% is through two means. One, through a capital campaign, and that's we have a target of $1.5 million, which is a lot of money.
Capital campaign, you mean members are pledging or
Yes. Yep.
donating, if
Yep.
you will?
In fact, we're 2 or 3 weeks into that campaign, and already we have 17 family members that have given over $450,000 to date in just 17 families, which represents about $30,000 per pledge. So we're very excited about the start, but our target is to get 100 families involved in the campaign. Yeah, yeah. The other balance, $500,000, will be through a mortgage, conventional mortgage, and obviously mortgage rates are at a great rate today. I don't think we've seen mortgage rates as low as they have been for a long time. So couple the mortgage rates, the economy picking up, we've got a great club leadership with Julie and Jevin, our new cook. Probably the best duo, dynamic duo that we've seen ever in this club. A wonderful racing fleet and promising new membership. We think we're really faced with a perfect storm to really make this exciting for
Right.
all of us and the generations to come.
So what you said is the assessment accounts for 10% of the funding, the donations of $1.5 million, and a mortgage of $500,000 equals $2 million. That covers 90% of it. So you're looking for about $900 from the active
Yep.
member, those of us that are older than 30.
Yeah, exactly.
Over,
You and I.
over this year and next year.
Right.
Okay, I can handle that.
Good. Well, thanks. Appreciate
Thank you.
your support. Thanks, Ellen.
Hello, we're Sam and Jean Martin, and we both have a long and enjoyable history with MBYC.
That's right. I grew up here, and I remember standing where I am now when the old club was here, tying my nipper onto the east dock, and now we have our boat there. Probably the second most significant thing that happened for us is that we met at the yacht club in 1976, and our wedding reception was here in 1977. I also remember when this current club was brand new, my high school class reunion was one of the very first events in this present facility after the club burned down in the summer of 1963.
So this building is a big part of our history with the club. And so we were skeptical initially about the need to really do anything. But we were able to attend an informational meeting to have our questions and concerns addressed by one of the committee members. And we are now completely convinced that the best and only option for the club is to move forward with the construction of a new clubhouse. But this is a hugely important decision in the history of the club. And I would challenge our fellow members to be as informed as they possibly can so that they can make their appropriate decision on what they feel is best. Attend an informational meeting, attend a webcast, access the information that's on the website. Get your questions and concerns known. This is a very important decision that we need to make. However, if we commit to moving forward with the construction of a new clubhouse, if we are all committed to do it together, we can do it. Thank you.
Jeff, how you doing?
Good.
Back again.
You are. You're like a bad penny.
Yeah. Well, I have to tell you a rumor that's been floating around.
Is that right? What is
Yeah.
that?
That the only reason Elhart wants a new clubhouse is because he has realized there's no place for his portrait in the current Commodore's room. Is there any truth to that?
Yes,
there
there
any
is.
truth at all?
Yeah. I can't lie. That's true. So there's one way to do it. I mean, $2 million to build a new clubhouse so I can put my
Yeah.
picture up.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So
That's fair.
That's good for you.
Yeah, it's good for me.
But to make this all happen, what do I have to do now?
Well, that's a good
Yeah,
question.
how can I help?
Okay, well, I appreciate that. In all honesty, we need your support by sharing the story. I think we've done a good job by a great number of people. And we go back 3 decades of people that really studied the clubhouse, if you well know. And to determine the needs for the uses of the club and the users. So we'd like to think that we could go to the stockholders meeting. That would be a goal of ours in May to propose this project through a notice of an assessment, and so we can get rolling. Timeline in terms of building, we really only have 1 season to build, and that's the off season, right, Bob?
Right.
So we really would like to start this fall. So if we back it up, the earlier we get an approval, the faster we can move and the better off we will be. We can get the right bids in, we can do all our permit processing. So time is of the essence, and I know it's critical.
Assumption then we probably would look to start building in September.
Yeah, as early as September,
Okay.
and maybe October at the
October?
very latest.
Okay.
And we'd be in by May, so we can enjoy next season. And I mean, that's the goal. But there's a lot of work to be done. And so, what can you do? As you mentioned, you know a lot of people that are members here at the club. And we need to be ambassadors. We need ambassadors to get out there and share the story. We've been successful in getting some people to come to the open forum sessions. By the way, our next session is April 18, 6:30 here at the club, and we're looking at scheduling some more open sessions. You can get online if you can't get on to be here in person. So we've made that available and flexible for our members. And this video, that's why we're putting this video together, so that we can share the story with all our club friends, and so everybody has the right information. Kind of in closing, if you go on the website, MBYC.com, you'll see a logo that says Our Club MBYC with the Burgee. Go ahead and click on there. You don't even need to log in now.
That's
you can
great.
go right into the site, and you can get all the supporting documents for this project. And so I would encourage you to do that, encourage others to do that. Find the other information that you're looking for. It's all there. But at the end of the day, it's going to take money. And we're looking for 100 people, about 100 out of our 378 members or so, to come and join the other 17 members that have already committed to make this a reality. Of course, the assessments, we appreciate in assuming that the vote gets approved, which, by the way, requires 2/3 of the member vote. So that kind of finishes our goal. So that's our club, MBYC, and the project. I hope you've learned a little bit more about the process and where we are today and how we got here, and hopefully look forward to making this reality.
Well, Mary and I have listened to all the information, and we're excited and really want to be a part of it, and I think it's going to be great. Looking forward to it all happening.
Well, it's fun to be on the flag with you, Bob. Thanks.
Ditto.
And
Bye now.
you know what? Yours will be the first photo we put up on the Commoner's
All
wall.
right, all
How
right,
about
there we
that?
go.
Hi,
Thanks.
I'm Dave Sly. This is my wife, Kathy. We're in Venice, Florida on spring break vacation, but we wanted to take this time to send our support for the new proposed facility at MBYC. I've been going to MBYC for over 60 years, and I love the clubhouse. But the time has come for us to have a new clubhouse for future generations. Kathy, what do you think?
Well, I agree. We've had a lot of fun and great memories with them in the past, and a new club will just enhance all that for our children, our grandchildren, and their children. So I think